Let me take this down. There's a new shit I gotta do. Got the Louis shoes dirty, goddamn. I look good, low key, period. Hi, people. I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about right now, but ask me any question and I'll answer it so we can get that squared away. How y'all been? How y'all day been? How life been going for y'all? Stuff like that. Oh my gosh, my jeans don't fit. I've been struggling. Okay, I've been gaining weight. But I don't know if I want to do like a random poll. I wasn't planning on doing it. I wanted to, I guess, like, talk about a few things because I have a lot going on. So Sidereal Aries season is coming up, so I have a lot of posts planned. So I have the Sidereal Sun like transit forecast going on. Then I have the Aries Venus reading that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be doing a love reading. Then like Patreon and of course on my articles, I'm going to post some information about some asteroid and a point that I'm going to be using for this dissertation and stuff like that. So that's going to be exciting. Best starting point to learn astrology? I don't know. I honestly don't. I think the best place to start if you want to get into sidereal astrology is go on my site. I just made a post about that. But yes, hey Nayla. But yeah, I have like a special thing going on because I've been trying to work with more points and asteroids and shit like that. So since I'm going to be working more with that, I want to start implementing them seasonally. So every astrological season I'll add an asteroid that corresponds. And if I don't do that, actually I am going to do that because there's going to be a lot more even after that. The same time the sun goes into sidereal Aries, Gemini is going to go into sidereal, or Mars is going to go into sidereal Gemini. And so I'm going to have a reading for that too. And I'm going to do a transit report. The reason why I'm not doing transit reports for Aries Venus season is because I have a lot of like the sun transits and I don't want to keep like overlaying the same shit. But I'm going to try to tweak it to where we get some, you know what I'm saying, a more of a dynamic going on. Not sure how I'm going to really like pull that, but I always do things and go like, it's like a flow for me. I do have, I think if you check my story, I do have a Reddit post that I have. I have a subreddit called Tarotstrology that you can check out. And I made it because every time I was posting the Tarotstrology stuff on the astrology and the tarot app, like they were taking my shit down. And it was pissing me off because it's applicable. It's not like, hey... It's not applicable because I didn't understand why. I was providing information, like they say, like no self-promotion, but I'm not self-promoting. This just happens to be something that I fucking made. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it was dumb as fuck. Like, if a basic bitch, I like post some like basic ass shit, they would have been okay with it. But they consider me self-promoting because I'm bringing in something that people would really fuck with. But since I happen to be the one who came up with the concept and I'm posting it, they see it as quote unquote self-promotion or whatever. But if it was some like random posting my shit, like there was people from different sites. Like I checked the Reddit forum and they were literally posting the Tarotstrology thing. Like one person did on like the Wicca site and nobody said shit. But then when I said that I'm not going to say I didn't fucking make it because I made the shit. I want them to know it came from fucking me. I didn't put my website in. The only time I put my website in was because I wanted to... Somebody asked for the interpretations of the cards, and I said that on my site I've been working on it. I'm not gonna lie and say like I'm not working on shit and I'm not doing shit. It wasn't for self-promotion. I really wanted people to understand what the app was. understand how to use it, and that I have the instructional stuff on my site. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, y'all book a reading with me. Like, I've worked with too many people, and I've done too many readings, first of all, and I've worked with, I don't want to say names, but I've worked with them. So I didn't understand why they felt the need, like I was thirsty for some shit. Like, I worked with the site developer. The shit y'all be posting about on the astrology app, I'm the one who's actually worked with this person. Come on now. It was just dumb as fuck. So I just said, fuck all that. I'm going to just make my own subreddit. Like, somebody DM'd me and was like, make your own subreddit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own subreddit. And then, like, it got, like, 12 members just based off of today. And people are interested in it. So, period. And then, as far as Clubhouse is concerned, I was supposed to be on Clubhouse today. But I get so busy with certain shit. Like, I don't be having the mental capacity to do certain stuff, and I didn't feel like doing a whole bunch of Tarotstrology shit, because between these 3 transits that are coming up, I'm doing articles on, and then like real life shit, yeah, like give credit where it's due. Like, between like me having like a whole bunch of shit to do, I don't have time to kind of like do that article. So I'm trying to do them when I can. And then, like, I was kind of upset because last week I did that Aries Clubhouse room, and I didn't do the recording, so I couldn't save it to my Patreon. I was a little bit upset about that. But nevertheless, since you know shit be in your short-term memory, I jotted down a list of stuff. It's going to be way better because I was kind of jittery that day, but that's really about it. How y'all been, though? Cause dang, my ass, I was like doing all this programming. I was on Reddit, like all that, and then like I was like learning how to make a club, learning how to like change flares, make flares, and do shit like that. I'm surprised, like, I posted my astrological thing on fucking Titan folk, and that shit didn't even get took down because they don't really give a shit. But on these, like, I noticed that's why people on, like, astrology and tarot, like, the subreddits, nobody's posting on there like that, and I see why. But I didn't understand with the tarot one. I thought I would kind of, like, be able to get my post through just based off of it being a little bit more lenient. Because people have been posting, like, what's going on with my boyfriend, and, like posts that you wouldn't think would make that subreddit were the shit that was making the subreddit, but mine didn't. It got to a point, like, somebody that was commented under, they sent an appeal to my post as well because they thought it was some bullshit. And they said they're the type of people that be reporting everything for spam. But they said I was posting, like, good-ass content. It is what it is. The word gonna get around. If you have a Reddit, join my subreddit, Tarotstrology. Get it popping. Let's talk. I'm more lenient on the self-promotion thing because this is my thing. If you're posting good-ass information and it came from a site, anywhere, post that shit. I don't give a fuck if it came from you, if it didn't come from you. I don't want people, and I talked about this on Clubhouse the other day because Deja asked me how I felt about the Rahu being in Taurus in the North Node in Sidereal, right? I said that I noticed that a lot of people with this, because right now it's in the Rohini placement, which is lunar rule. Lunar represents all your comfort. So whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you like, that's something you more than likely are going to stick with. So everybody has a dependence on social media to get their shit out, to post their message, whatever you want to call it. And I noticed since my suspension, like, I would check to see, like, if people are utilizing their platform for more longevity purposes, right? And so I noticed, like, people are usually based either on one part of social media, or they have, like, 2 socials where they use one and they don't really use the other. And so, like, me being S-worded, caused me to kind of like spread out and build my website. If I pay this much to maintain a website, I need to be using this shit a lot more, right? And I notice a lot of people aren't doing that. So I've been encouraging people, get your site going, direct traffic to your site. That's where, if everything is said and done, everybody's going to be able to access your site, right? And I've also been told about like newsletters as well. Like having a newsletter is a good one, but I think a site is like key, because how many people, like a lot of people don't really read their emails or go through their emails like that. It gets to a point where you see an email and you're like, if it's not relevant, I won't open it. So I've been trying to get people to like get a website popping. Like I kind of want to do a spiritual business advice, because I notice people that have been getting S-worded, like once their Twitter was gone, they haven't been able to make any sort of money because they relied on that as their space. Luckily for me, I always had a solid following, first of all. Second of all, I made sure I was like, that was actually around the time I was spreading my platform out into other ventures and avenues. Like right around that time, like towards the end of 2020, I was kind of like making sure I was doing multiple stuff. Hi. I was doing multiple things and taking care of like multiple avenues. So I was good, right? But not everybody was so blessed, and I don't wish that shit on nobody. But we got to get to a place where we're not relying on, because once social media has your shit, again, it's that Taurian North Node energy. Once they have your shit, they own your shit. They always like in the disclaimer, anything you post on there, it's theirs, period. You do not own anything that you post on social media. They do not own a goddamn thing. They don't. And because they don't, if you're trying to build a business, and it doesn't matter what type of business you have, if you're trying to build something, right, and you want it to be this big, you have to build a community. And this is like my 11th house moon talking to y'all right now. You have to build a community. You have to make sure people can reach you outside of this platform, because you can't be a name or have a brand or anything like that if you don't own shit but social media. Social media, your at name and your everything that you got, it don't really mean shit. It don't really mean anything until you have a website, until you have your business more established, until you have a couple of your ducks in a row. So I emphasize the importance of making sure you have a home base that people can access at the end of any social media. I don't care how much work you've put into it. I don't care how much work you've put into build your community and build your following on social media. You have to have something stable, like a website. But that's really about it. I will be going on live on YouTube Wednesday at the same time, so 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. With that, I will be on IG live probably once every 2 weeks. I don't really want to do once a month. That's like a little too steep for me. I'll do it once every 2 weeks. For my other platforms though, like Patreon and shit, I'm doing it every week, and probably if I can, multiple times a week. And I'm gonna be like talking. I'm gonna get into some shit. I might start like posting like little snippets or tidbits, or start making them public way later. But I want like the people that I follow or the people that are Patreon, they get all my shit early, period. So that's what the lineup is. Patreon and my site is meant to be a database for everybody. So if you're somebody who's been interested in astrology, tarot, any of that. I'm making a site base where you can gain information, like, and I'm not going over basic shit, like anything obscure I'm more than likely going to cover, etc., etc. I don't want it to be a thing where you learn Venus all over again. How much more can you talk about Venus until you get tired of it? There's actually a lot more to Venus than what everybody be putting out as far as asteroids, etc., etc. I'm gonna get into, but for now, Aries is that season coming up. Taurus season's coming up next, so I'm gonna be covering a lot of Venusian shit. But as far as Aries season, we're gonna get more into like the chaotic ass shit, and we really gonna get down into the meat. All we gonna be talking about is Aries energy. Oh, and I meant to add, I also will be talking about. I'll be doing readings for the signs again, but it won't be for sun signs. It's gonna be for your rising sign. The reason why I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna talk more about it in depth, but how I do my tarot services is if you do the chart add-on, I'll take your natal chart. Whatever cards I pull based on Tarotstrology, I overlay them in your chart as transits and I interpret that way. So that's really what I'm going to be doing with these readings. They're going to be PDFs. Of course, Patreon going to get it for free. They're going to be PDFs. I was thinking about making YouTube videos out of them, but if I do, they're more than likely going to be TikTok videos, and then I shorten it like down and kind of summarize it and then post it on YouTube because I don't want it to be too long. I don't know, something about me talking for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just doesn't sit right with me. I try to limit how much I talk because I just feel like it's just not good for your voice to keep talking. So most of them, like I said, they're going to be PDFs. I want y'all motherfuckers to fucking read. Y'all don't like reading, and that's y'all problem. Y'all like listening to audio, and y'all don't be listening. Reading forces you to pay attention. So I'm going to have that. I will be doing like pick-a piles on my YouTube. They're more than likely going to be weekly as well. And I'm going to just have that for y'all. Patreon gets like an extra couple like piles for them. So my YouTube is going to be more active. I already dropped a couple videos on YouTube as it is. So go ahead and check those out. I will be... Yeah, niggas don't want to read. They don't want to read. But that's something for something else for another time. But like I said, my YouTube, like, we're going to have a lot of stuff popping. Once the money, like, once my funds get a little more, I want to make more, like, elaborate, professional stuff because I be having so many ideas in my mind of how I want to do stuff. But, you know, I'm working as I can. I'm stretching as much as I can. I'm stretching as much as my capacity. So anybody who patrons, anybody who sends me a tip, anybody who sends a donation, buys a reading, you're contributing to a lot of like the aesthetic stuff. You're contributing to me putting out more content. Also me living a good life so I can help y'all live a good life because I can't be telling y'all to live right if I can't live right myself. Especially when it comes to like transits and stuff. All the transits I share with y'all, I use it on myself. Sometimes I'm learning to not forget about myself because I'll be helping y'all. But you know, I'm at that stage in my life where, you know, drop the Cash App. My Cash, I really should do that. My Cash App is, isn't there like a thing where I can kind of put the whatchamacallit? I'm typing it. And then I could pin it, right? Okay, that's my Cash App. Anybody wants to send anything there. If you want to buy a reading, buy a reading. And if you want to know my cash information, like, I have it in my DMs. But like I said, good shit on the way. I'm only one person, so of course things take a bit. But I know that pretty soon, like I said, I just have so much in the works, and right now it's just like a lot of the shit is bigger than me. It's way bigger than what anybody ever thinks. this is like greatness in the making. I'm gonna be working with people. I got people in line. We gonna be talking about some shit y'all ain't even heard of. Okay? Like, I'm making sure y'all straight. Y'all set without me, with me, whatever. I want to make sure y'all are able to utilize this information. So when you come to me, if you ever want to come to me for a reading or anything, I already got y'all covered. Y'all already set. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can just add on to what you're already doing. That's my goal. I don't want y'all to become dependent on me. I don't want y'all to rely on me for nothing. Get what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand things cognitively to a point where you look at something, you be like, oh, I remember when Tay was talking about this. I can see it. Now I can apply it to myself. That's why the database is so important. And using things as a reference. Only time I want you to come to me is if you dead ass stuck and you need some more insight, or you need somebody like me and my expertise to kind of add a little bit more flavor to what you're doing. That's it. I'm building people who look, somebody told me that they doubled, tripled their income based off of a reading I gave them. That's what we want. All the shit that I've been doing in all my spiritual practices, not saying you're gonna follow every tarot reading, but it gets to a point spiritually where you start to understand what you need to be doing, what you fucking up in, why you fucking up. Astrology helped me, did me wonders. Tarot did me wonders. So, like I said, Tarotstrology did me wonders. Like I said, what I'm sharing with y'all is mad important. I got y'all always. This video is going to be on my YouTube too. Any lives y'all see on here is going on YouTube. I'm not keeping them here. They're going to be on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe. And that's really it. I want to thank y'all for supporting me through everything. I know it's been a very turbulent time for the past year, especially with COVID, me getting S-worded. I'm glad y'all sticking around. If you're on Twitter, make sure y'all tell everybody where I've been, because people been asking. Make sure y'all always spreading the word. I'm on IG. I'm on YouTube. I'm basically everywhere but Twitter right now. So, yeah. And if y'all know anybody that's like good with Twitter and can get my account back, I appreciate it. But anyways, thanks y'all. Bye.